Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge Fate Stay Night Remastered. Und ja, wir haben ja das letzte Mal erfahren, dass Shiros Adoptivvater, Kiritsugo Emiya, ja auch beim letzten Gralskrieg mitgekämpft hat, und zwar als Sabers Master und sogar bis zum Ende drin geblieben ist und Saber dann befohlen hat, den Gral zu zerstören. Und wir sind gerade bei Kire Kotomine, und um halt Dinge mit ihm zu besprechen, und haben jetzt halt von ihm zu hören bekommen, dass Shiro keinen Grund zum Kämpfen hat eigentlich. There's no reason to fight. He told me that before. I had just become a master and I didn't have much of a reason to fight. So at the time, what he said didn't sink in. I just ignored him, thinking he was being sarcastic. But what about now? There's a reason for me to fight. If there's a Holy Grail, I want to end this war, and if it's possible, I want to give the Grail to Saber. There is a reason for me to fight. And a perfectly good one at that. But why? Why do those simple words make me shake so much? I feel like I'm about to vomit up everything I've hated for so long.
まあよかろう。今はエミやシローの傷を切開する時ではない。
A voice shatters the stillness that had locked up my thoughts. It's the voice of a man I don't want to hear. But that voice at least settled the wave of nausea I feel it creeping up on me.
聖杯はある。もとより聖杯は受け皿に過ぎぬからな。なくなれば、用意した者が新しい聖杯を用意する。
Someone will prepare another one. Is the Holy Grail easy to make?
器を作るだけならばな。無論、相応の技術が必要となってくるが、もとよりその技術なくして聖杯戦争は成り立たなかった。もともと、聖杯とは神の血を受け継いだ杯ではなく、古より伝わる魔法の鎌が原型なのだ。お前も魔術師の端くれならば知っていよう。ユートピア。ギリシャ語でたどり着けない場所という意味を持つそこには、願いを叶える万能の鎌があるとされた。このあらゆる神話の根底にある万能の鎌を再現しようとした魔術師たちがいた。それがアインツベルン、マキリ、遠坂の三家だ。
Einsperren, Makiri, kennen wir auch. Das ist die von Shinji. Bin ich zumindest gerade der Meinung, dass das Shinji müsste ein Makiri sein, oder? Und Tosaka-Rin.
連中は何代かにわたって万能の鎌を再現する儀式を模索し、200年前にそれを完成させた。それが一度目の聖杯戦争。人工物に過ぎない聖杯に万能の鎌を降霊させ、道を開こうとした儀式だった。
Einsperren, ist that Ilias family?
そうだ。アインツベルンはラインの黄金とやらの伝承に長けていてな。こと。聖杯の模造品を作る技術は神業だった。だが、それだけでは聖杯を呼び出すことはできん。ふさわしい土地と強力な呪縛が必要となる。それらを提供したのが遠坂とマキリだ。当時、教会と魔術協会は係争の真っ最中だったからな。儀式には教会の目が届かない極東の地が選ばれた。アインツベルンはそれを見越して遠坂を仲間に引き入れたのだろう。遠坂はここ一帯の霊地の持ち主であり、その死は高霊術の対価だった。アインツベルンとしては、遠坂なくして聖杯召喚は不可能だった。だが、二つの家だけでは容易に裏切りが起きてしまう。 ことは三すくみにすべきだと考えたのか。遠坂はマキリの家系にもこの話を持ち込んだ。マキリも長い年月を持つ名門でな。こと使い魔に関しては優れた技法を持っていた。サーバントを縛る霊樹を作り上げたのもマキリだ。そうして連中は聖杯召喚に一致団結したわけだが、いざ成功してみれば残ったのは潰し合いだ。
Nee, wart mal. Makiri ist nicht. Shinji ist Mato. Makiri ist doch... Ist das nicht Alice? Von Witch on the Holy Night? Ist sie nicht Makiri? Ja, Makiri Alice. Bin ich mir ziemlich sicher. Das würde auch mit den Familias besser passen, weil Alice hat ja einen Haufen von denen. Interessant. Somit wäre auch auf jeden Fall geklärt, dass Witch on the Holy Night und Fate auf tatsächlich, wie ich es erwartet habe, im selben Universum spielen. Genauso wie auch hier, oh, ich komme gerade nicht mehr drauf. Oh. Melty Blood.
一度目の聖杯の恒例は連中が戦っている間に終わってしまったらしいな。そうして代を重ね聖杯戦争というルールを作り、形だけは元の協力関係に戻った。遠坂はこの土地とサーバントを形作るシステムを提供し、マキリはサーバントを縛る霊樹を提供した。そしてアインツベルンは聖杯が宿る器を用意する。それらが彼らの敷いた協力関係というわけだ。
I'm not sure what's so amusing about this, but the priest seems to enjoy telling me about it. But I see, they say the Holy Grail is a ritual, but they didn't know Ilya and Tosaka's families were the ones who created the whole thing.
聖杯を用意したのはアインツベルンだからな。前回キリツグに裏切られた彼らは最強の切り札を投入してきた。おそらくアインツベルンの娘が聖杯を持っているのだろう。
Hä? Ilya holds the Holy Grail? That's weird. I don't think I saw anything among her belongings that looked like the Holy Grail. Hat er eben gar nicht mitbekommen, dass gesagt wurde, dass Kiritsugo die Einsperrens hintergangen hat?
さて、これで気は済んだか。お前が何を悩むのかは私には知り得ない。だが解決する手段は聖杯のみだ。それが分かったのなら早々に帰るがいい。戦いはまだ終わっていない。セーバーもつけずに出歩くのは正気の沙汰ではないぞ。
This is none of your business. I'm aware Lander's master still around. Hold on. There's one more thing I need to ask. Kotomine, servants disappear once the Holy Grail disappears. That's what you said, right?
言ったが、何か問題でも。
Yeah, big time. I don't know who it was, but there was an eighth servant, according to Saber. He has been in this world since the previous war. I can see, he is shocked. Kotomine's eyes go wide. What's going on, Kotomine? I came here thinking you might know something about this.
消えなかったサーバントがいるということだな。そう不思議ではあるまい。前回の戦いはセーバーが聖杯を破壊することで終わったのだ。つまりセーバーの他にもう一人サーバントは残っていた。セイバーは潔く消えたが、そのサーバントが限界することを望んだのなら、それは魂を喰らうことで魔力を補い、この10年間生き続けたのだろう。
That's impossible. That servant was frighteningly powerful. If someone like that hung around for 10 years, someone like you or my old man would have detected them.
分かっている。おそらくかくまっている者がいたのだろう。そのサーバントのマスターか、もしくは。
Or what?
聖杯戦争を知りながらマスターの資格を持ち得なかった魔術師だ。そういった人物には一人心当たりがあるのだが、それもないな。マキリのご老体はとうに隠居している。
Kotomina must be satisfied as he gets up from the sofa.
話はここまでだ。今の話を聞いては監督役として放ってはおけん。そのサーバントに関しては私が調べよう。お前は残るランサーとの戦いに専念するがいい。
Kotomina heads to the exit, indicating there's nothing else to discuss. There's definitely nothing more to be gained by staying here. I follow Kotomina out of the dark stone room. From there he leads me to the entrance in silence. I leave the church, and behind me.
聖杯を手に入れればセーバーは死ぬ。その意味が分かっているのだろうな、エミヤシロ。
The priest puts that to me, maybe to make certain I remember. He watches me from the door, with a condescending twist to his lips. Saber will die if she obtains the Holy Grail. I don't need anyone to remind me of that. Saber's goal is to obtain the Holy Grail only, but she doesn't want its power for herself. And as long as she obtains the Holy Grail, nothing will bind Saber anymore. She will be freed from going back to the point right before her death, and she will truly die. Why the sudden change of heart? You're not one to give warnings like that.
なに、お前がセーバーに肩入れしている様は喜ばしいのでな。聖杯を手に入れてしまえばセーバーは消える。彼女と共にいたいのならば聖杯は諦めるべきだろうとな。
That doesn't make sense. I can't keep Saber here without the Holy Grail.
聖杯に頼ることはあるまい。先ほどのサーバントの話もある。セーバーを存命させたいのなら魂を与え続ければいいだけではないか。
Screw you, I won't allow that. I glare at the priest.
そうか、それは残念だ。
My glare has no effect on him. He just laughs in amusement.
ならば聖杯の中身に期待するしかないな。お前のサーバントが望まないにしても霊樹を一つ残しておけばそれでいい。お前の望みはそれで叶う。
He is saying, it doesn't matter if Saber doesn't want it. If I'm her master, I just need to force her to drink from the Holy Grail using the power of the command spell.
おや、失言だったか。そう睨むな。あくまで今のは忠告に過ぎぬ。ま、セイバーの意志を尊重するのもよかろう。彼女の人生だ。我々が口を出す権利はない。例のサーバントに関しては明日中に調べ上げよう。気が向いたのならもう一度訪れるがいい。
The church door is closed. I glance up at the torn church before I turn to leave. Across the bridge at night. I cross the bridge at night. This is a path I once walked with Saber. I was just looking at the scenery, not thinking about anything at the time.
聖杯を手に入れればセーバーは死ぬ。その意味が分かっているのだろうな、エミヤシロ。
I know. I don't need him to tell me that. But why is everything so complicated? Saber shouldn't obtain the Holy Grail. But the only thing that can save her is the Holy Grail.
彼女と共にいたいのならば聖杯は諦めるべきだろう。それでも存命させたいのなら彼女に魂を与え続ければいい。
I can't do that. And even if I asked her to do it, she would refuse. She would choose to disappear if that were the alternative. She will disappear and then she will have to do another Holy Grail war all over again later.
ならば霊樹を一つ残しておけばそれでいい。 お前の望みはそれで叶う。
Ah, shut up. Kotomine's words are poison. I can't get rid of them. In a rage, I smash my fist against a nearby rail, desperately hoping to clear my mind. I hear an echoing metallic clang. There's no other sound. Not so much as a car or another person passing by. Damn, why am I getting all worked up? I lean against the rail, grumbling to myself. I know I shouldn't just ignore Kotomine, but there's just some sort of power to his words. I can't ignore them. What do I want to do, and what am I fighting for? In the beginning it was stopping the Holy Grail War, but when did that become secondary? Did it happen when I started to stubbornly fight on my own? Did it happen when I realized how helpless I am and started to cooperate with Saber? Or did it happen when I made a sword for her after our soul entwined that night in the ruins? No, that's all nonsense. I don't need to think about it. Since the beginning, my mind has been made up since I met her in the shed, the sight of her illuminated by the moonlight. That would have been fine, had I not shared that dream of her past and so not known any better. It would have been over without me even noticing. But I did find out. I knew I couldn't leave her alone, and I started to hope I could somehow not lose her. I wish to stay this way. I want to keep seeing her smile. Ow. The image of the girl watching the sunset alone on that hill, strewn with thoughts. My chest hurts whenever I think of that scene. She never took any time for herself. That always bothered me. Shitsugu always said not to make a girl cry. I much prefer smiling face to her ears. Face to her tears. That's why I was so angry Saber never smiled. But then, when I told her to smile, she always replied that she would rather see me smile. That is like looking at an unreachable star through a telescope. Damn. I look up at the night sky. I stare up at the star I could never reach. A trickle. I don't know how it formed, but I feel a tear slide down my cheek. I love her. I say it to nobody. As dense as I may be, I have to at least admit how I feel. I can't stop this feeling anymore. I realize I've fallen in love with her, so much so that thinking about her can bring me to tears. I hear Tosaka's voice as I arrive. She's standing at the entrance. Tosaka, why are you?
玄関で立ち話もなんでしょ。疲れてるみたいだし、こっち来なさいよ。
She grabs my hand, and, without waiting for me to reply, drags me down the hall. And she brings me to her room.
はい、お茶。外寒かったでしょ。
She's awkward about it, but she is being considerate. Yeah, thanks. Honestly, the hot tea is comforting. It took me a good hour to walk home from the neighboring town. I walked slowly, so I was cold to the bone.
で、綺麗なとこに行ってたの？
As usual, she doesn't beat around the bush. I get that Tosaka must have known what I was going to do from the very beginning. But she didn't stop me, she just waited for me to come home, and now she's even made me tea. I feel like a new man. Now that my mind is made up, I appreciate Tosaka's thoughtfulness. Which is probably why I say, yeah, I went. There was something I wanted to ask him about. I don't hide anything. I'm honest with her.
そっか。じゃあ何をしてきたかは聞かない。シロもそれでいいでしょ？
Yeah, it wasn't a fruitful conversation anyway. I just want to check with him about the current situation.
そう。でも驚いたな。セイバーがまだサーバントになりきってないだなんて。最強のサーバントがその実一番半端なサーバントだったなんて悪い冗談じゃない。
Yeah, and Saber didn't have to end up as a servant. She nods in agreement.
意外ね。シロとアーチャー、もしかしたら気があったのかもしれないな。あいつもね、シロと同じこと言ってたから。
Archer, you mean your Archer?
そう、アーチャーも言ってたわ。自分は後悔してるから、セイバーにはそうなってほしくないって。
Why would he be worried about Saber? I thought he hated Saber.
そうなんだけどね。やっぱりさ、あいつってセイバーにゆかりの騎士だったんじゃないかな。
Jupp, die hatte er. Man darf nicht vergessen, die heroischen, die Spirits, die behalten ihre Erinnerungen aus ihrem vorigen Leben, bevor sie zu Servants wurden.
初めてセイバーと戦った時、あいつ明らかに手を抜いてたでしょ。あの時から怪しいと思ってたんだ。
Oh really, but Saber said she didn't recognize Archer. Yep, das ist klar. Saber kann Archer auch nicht erkennen.
そうなの？けど、セイバーは王様だったんでしょ？なら、国民をすべて把握していたわけでもないし、忘れてることだってあるんじゃない？
You know, if you go that route, the possibilities are endless. If you can't remember someone's face, that's as good as not knowing them.
そうでもないわよ。伝説だとさ、アーサー王の進化には運が悪くてキャメロットを追われた騎士も多いでしょ。あいつその一人だったのかもしれないわ。
War nicht.
あいつが正体を隠していたのは私にじゃなくてセイバーに対してだったって言うんなら割と納得がいくんだけど。
Das hatte andere Gründe, warum er seine Identität geheim hielt. Dosaka is unusually chatty tonight. It is probably her way of trying to be considerate. Maybe not particularly effective, but Dosaka is a good person. She's usually pretty relentless, but she still lends a helping hand. She's got kind of a big sister thing going on. We drink tea for a few more minutes. Dosaka turns and looks straight at me. Guess she's run out of patience.
で、あなたはどうしたいの、シロ？
I'm going to take her on a date tomorrow. I can't think of anything else. It's a spur of the moment idea I came up with on my work back home. But then I don't know where the somber mood from earlier went because Tosaka makes the most bizarre face. She bursts out into uncontrollable laughter.
ちょっと待って。心の準備が。すごいってば。すっごいわがままぶりよ、シロ。
Damn, I'm so dumb. I should have seen this coming. Shut up, what's wrong with me being selfish? I know this is not the time for it, but I'm not going to let you get in our way.
違う。シロがおかしくて。
Tosaka slaps my back hard. She holds her stomach with her other hand, laughing so hard now she is nearly in tears. I think this is the worst she has ever treated me. Well, I'm happy for you. None of that was funny to me.
デート頑張んなさい。私あなたたちのこと好きよ。
Tosaka says that kindly, doing a completely about face from a second. Yeah, I will try my best. Honestly, that came out of left field. When she says it like that, all I can do is nod. I go back to my room. Saber is still asleep and the house is peaceful, as if there's nothing happening. It rained today, but what about tomorrow? I look up at the clouds slowly passing overhead. Unlike me, as it is, I pray for a sunny day tomorrow. Save the game. 14. Februar. Moonlight 1. Then, the next thing I know, it's morning. Pathetic, I couldn't sleep a wink. I save and turn off the ringing alarm clock. Today, no matter what she says, Saber and I are going on a date. My first priority will be to take her to plenty of places, so she will have a chance to enjoy herself. I've been trying to search my mind for the perfect spot for a date, but before I could come up with anything, my alarm went off. I turned the alarm clock on just in case. As hard as I tried, I still couldn't think of anything last night, so I bought an alarm clock from Tosaka, figuring I might have to pull an all-nighter. Not that it's done any good. Come to think of it, I've never been on a date. I say again, that is sort of a problem. I'm nervous enough, plus I didn't sleep, but I think the worst part is how shocked I am that after staying up all night to think about it, I couldn't come up with a single thing a girl might like. Wie wär's mit Schwertern? Fine, I'm going to leave it all to chance. I'm just going to take her all over the place and she will learn what it's like to have a good time. Oh, herrlich. I will just take her to cute shops. Well, I feel like there's a fundamental flaw in that plan, but I've already made up my mind. There's nothing else I can think of. But what this all boils down to is that today is going to be a day packed with fun and will go on until Saber says she's had enough.
では、イリアス・フィールはまだ目を覚ましていないのですか?
Ich möchte kurz schauen, weil... Hier haben wir noch einen weiteren Archer. Hier sieht es aus, als würde da noch eine fehlen. Noble Phantasm EX. Der hat da keinen Skill. The bitter command and lead large armies. Was ist immer noch command? It is closer to Magecraft or a curse rather than a skill representing high esteem. A skill that allows movement even with Automaster. Cannot nullify Magecraft, but the symbol will. Der hat kein Noble Phantasm. Da sehe ich nichts. Ja. Master fehlt, True Name fehlt. Hero-Informationen haben wir auch keine. Rapid Words of Divine. Can activate Magecraft without saying incantation or connecting them with magic circuits. Even great Magecraft can be cast in one step. Single action, they are words from the Age of Gods. So modern people cannot pronounce them. Noble Phantasms ist da auch nicht. Territory Creation, creating an adventure territory for oneself as a mage, it is possible to form a temple that exceeds a sheet. Can create a tool tinged with magic energy, can even create an elixir of immortality, albeit an imitation. Naja, hier... haben wir auch... True Name Altria. Okay, ist hier bei den... Durandal. Sorry. The Sacred Sword of Roland, the Paladin from medieval Europe. Roland war das. Durandal was said to have been granted to Charles Magne by angels, and he bestowed his sword upon Roland, chief among the 12 peers. It is said to be a radiant sword containing 3 miracles and does not lose its sharpness even if its wielder's magical energy is exhausted. As with Caliburn, it was forged to be a splendid symbol of authority. The divine sword that Perseus, a famous hero of Greek myth used to slay the Gorgon Medusa. Harp itself is not particularly outstanding as a sword, but its most unique property is its ability to reflect longevity. This is a divine power that nullifies powers of immortality and wounds made by a harpy can never be restored. Though healing via natural laws is still possible. It was used to kill Medusa, the youngest of 3 immortal sisters. One of the core divine symbols of Indra, the god of thunder in ancient Indian mythology, Indra was a phenomenon initially spread to India by the Aryans, and Vajra is also officially known as Sri Vijaja. As Buddhism grew in influence, Indra's name became Sakra or Taisha Kuten, and his divine symbol's name changed as well. Vajra is a noble phantasm that can only be used once, dealing damage equivalent to B+ rank. It is a convenient weapon that inflicts a mixed amount of damage regardless of the user's magical energy. Vajra refers to the diamond pestle carried by Buddhism gods. The magical sword of the Nibelungenlied. Ja, Deinsleaf. It's a cursed noble phantasm that brings ruin to its owner. The sword has passed down through the tribe that killed the Norse hero Siegfried. It was initially part of the horde of Fafnir the dragon. It holds a powerful curse of retaliation, while also driving its owner's fate to ruin. Magical swords and sacred swords carry both glory and destruction, but this noble phantasm only brings destruction to its owners. Okay, ich würde dann aber sagen, dass ich an dem Punkt jetzt die Folge beende. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao!